Oh, iko zero. Oh, microphone iko wapi? Wawili wawili sawa? Hakuna shida. Kuna shida ya wawili wawili. Nani chiwa no hata kurora kale wajigwa wega mani. No hata kurora kale wajigwa wega kuu. Mani. We de hinya. Kama usione kama unaniona. Nasikia vizuri. So guys, have you ever come on a live session and you have nothing to say? Have you ever sat down, you decide to come into a live show and you have nothing to say? Have you ever guys been invited somewhere because you had a very good name, or you are a bigger person, or you are a business person, but when you were there you had nothing to say? Have you ever guys come out, okay? So have you guys ever so guys, let's be serious with this. Have you ever been invited somewhere and you had nothing to say? Have you ever, okay, let's say you are a bigger business person and maybe you were invited somewhere and you had not prepared what to say, or you thought that they will not give you an opportunity to talk. So you went into a certain function and you were not prepared, but all of a sudden someone called you. All of a sudden someone called you, someone recognized your presence, and they decided to give you an opportunity to talk. What would you do when you are in that position? You imagine you are invited somewhere, you really needed to talk. People invited you to a party, let's say a certain party, a business meeting, but after you were invited, you had nothing to talk because you were not prepared. What would you do? That is my position today. I've come into this live session, but I can assure you, to be honest, I have nothing to say. I don't have any topic. Therefore, guys, you should right there in comment section and tell me the topic that you really guys want us to tackle, because I believe even if I've come here and I have nothing to say, guys, I think you need to make a topic. We'll tackle that topic or have a conversation or an engagement, and I will personally talk with you guys, because I know this is not the first time where someone comes on a live session and when you are live and you see a lot of audience, you have nothing to say and you decide to run away. Me personally, I cannot run away. I know I have a lot of audiences. Hi too, I'm from Kenya. I'm having a conversation with you. I'm having an engagement with you from Kenya. Kindly subscribe to this channel. We will be having a certain topic. Of course, we must tackle something. We must have an issue that we will be able to tackle. We must talk about something. We will have a conversation with you guys. Kindly like there in comment section. Tell us where you are watching us from. Tell us where you are watching me from. Kindly remember to subscribe to this channel and also right there, talk with me, have a conversation with me, guys, and I know it shall be good, it will be better. Now I want to have a little bit conversation on which kind of business you can start. And okay, you are from Oklahoma, United States. That's so good. Welcome to this live session. Remember to subscribe. We are today having a conversation on what would you do, and you don't have any cash, you don't have any money to start up a bigger business. You are not employed by anybody, because you know most likely in parts of Africa there is a challenge about employment. The chances of or the organization and the companies that really need to employ people is very scarce. So we are having a conversation on what you can do when you don't have any money or there is no one to employ you. You just have little capital. What can you do with the little capital that you have? Which kind of business would you do with the little capital, with the little cash that you have? That is the engagement we are having today. And we will be tackling some of the business ideas that I think are very, very important for us, or you can just try to do them with little. That is the conversation we are having today. So let's engage, guys. Let's have a conversation, guys. Let's talk. You can also give your idea. This is an open forum. You can write your idea there in the comment section and tell me what business idea do you think you have? You are saying that you are a farmer. Yeah, you do farming. If by the way you have a farm, you must be very, very rich, because farming has a lot of advantages. First of all, when you decide to do farming, there is nobody who is looking at you. It is your personal decision. So you are the decision maker of your farm. Let's say you are the decision maker of your project. You are the decision maker of your nobody. You are not getting instructions from anybody. Therefore, you can decide to have a schedule on how you can work. You can decide to have a schedule on how you can work. You are the manager of yourself. You can manage yourself. Even productivity, you are the one to decide according to them, to the rag or the garden that you have. You can decide. You can decide to have different projects in one farm. Yes. And I have the best farmer in Eldoret City.
Yes, my name is Dindon, one of the best farmer.
He is the best farmer. Let's have advice from the guy. He's the best farmer. The guy that we were not rating. Okay. You are saying that I'm not rich. I am 37. I'm homeless, but I stay with family. I work on an indoor farm, growing marijuana. So you are saying you grow marijuana in United States of America? That might be the biggest joke of the day, because I know growing marijuana, I think it's not allowed in United States.
Yeah,
that is the best joke of the day.
First of all, umetudanganya.
Why would you lie to us?
How would you say that you live with your family and you are homeless? You live homeless with your family. Where do you live with your homeless family?
How are you homeless and you live with family? Another thing, how do you do indoor farming of marijuana? In fact, marijuana is allowed for medical purposes in the United States. Do you think?
And that's why you always misuse it.
But I think if you said you are not rich and you are homeless, anybody who is growing marijuana for medical purposes in United States is very rich. I think you have a lot of money.
Is it everybody who can decide?
Or how are you allowed to grow marijuana?
Is it everybody who is allowed to is it to grow?
Yeah, to grow marijuana. Is this a business for everyone in the United States?
Is it everybody who is allowed to farm marijuana, or you have to have a certain permit from the government?
Yeah.
You know, in Kenya here, they don't care if whether you are growing it for industrial purpose or you are growing it for medical purpose. What they care about, what they think, whenever they see a person growing marijuana, they only know that guy wants to smoke marijuana. That guy wants to sell it to others. They never think of
medical purposes.
We once had a guy by the name Wajakoya who once vied for presidency using that
marijuana,
as his what?
His
main agenda or his main manifesto.
His manifesto.
And unfortunately, you never voted for the guy
because you are Christian.
You know, Kenyans, if you add marijuana to Kenya, I think you are finishing the country.
You want the country to end.
Kenyans are, without using marijuana, they look like people who
they have already
used marijuana.
Yeah.
So if you add marijuana on top of what they have, you now deteriorate their situation.
And either way, if the position of madness or the level of madness that Kenyans have, and they have never used any marijuana, what do you think if they would use marijuana? And I see you have saying that you need to have a state government license to grow marijuana. Yeah, I think that is very true. The marijuana business is very rich, but I'm not. But why are you not rich and you are doing marijuana business? Why are you not rich? Where do you take your money? Where do you take your money? If you are legalized to grow marijuana, where do you take your money? Those people who grow marijuana in the United States are very rich. The reason that's why I'm saying this in our country, we have those people who grow marijuana and it's illegal. And those people have a lot of money. When marijuana is caught by the government, when they value the marijuana that they have taken from illegal sellers, you usually see that the value of marijuana is 2 million. And it is illegal.
You can imagine somebody being caught growing marijuana on his farm. And then when the police ask him, why are you growing marijuana in your farm?
You're saying I only grow 6 plants for myself with a medical license. So you're growing marijuana for yourself.
For your purpose.
And I think if it's for your personal purpose, then it means that growing of that marijuana is not legalized by the government. If you are growing it for yourself.
You know, when you find you can imagine somebody in Kenya was caught growing marijuana. And then when the police asked the guy, why are you growing marijuana in your farm? The guy said, who said that I am the one who is growing this marijuana? These marijuanas were brought here by the river, and they were arranged here as you can see. It is not me who grew marijuana in my farm. The marijuana came with water. So you can imagine the level of madness already that is in that person's head. That marijuana came and aligned itself in his farm. So he doesn't have, he is not guilty of growing marijuana in his farm. You can imagine that kind of a person, maybe his mind is okay. No, he's not okay. You add some people like those in Kenya to reach a level, to add a number. You add numbers of people like those in Kenya. They are going to ban our country. Because marijuana in Kenya, that's why we always hunt marijuana like that. Because if Kenyans continue consuming marijuana,
and we know the level of their might,
we are going to ban Kenya, we ban Uganda, we ban Tanzania, we ban every country that is neighboring us.
Yeah, Burundi, even Burundi.
Kenyans are never sober, even if they have not used marijuana. You see?
And I can see that you are saying that the state-owned business grows 30k plants to distribute to pharmacy. But you imagine out of 30k plants, you have a portion of 6 plants. You must be having money. You are very rich, my friend. Out of 30k, you have 6. So, and it is in the United States of America. So you are very rich.
The reason as to why Kenyans we do things abnormally, we do things extraordinary, it is because so many of us here use marijuana. The young generation here are using marijuana. In fact, they are even singing about marijuana.
Yeah, they are composing songs.
They are composing.
Yeah.
It is because marijuana now in Kenya has become something usual, and it is something that people should take care of, because if we continue like this, we will not be caring whether we have presidency or we have any person who is of higher hierarchy than we are. We believe that everybody is, marijuana keeps people high, thinking that you can. No, that's why you saw in parliament when we were demonstrating, some guys were even running toward the direction that the person was shot.
Yes.
In fact, that is madness.
You
assume somebody here where you are,
and you continue,
and you yourself
running towards
the direction where the police are. Do you think that person is normal?
You are saying that I'm not allowed to sell. Only the state-owned farm can sell. Then if you are not growing marijuana for business purposes in United States, why are you growing it if it's not giving you any cash?
Yes, sir.
So the farm pays you. Then if the farm pays you, it simply means you are very rich. If the farm pays you, you are very rich.
Are you not the one who say that you are homeless and you live?
The farm pays me to grow their crops. But if you are paid, you are paid.
So you don't.
You are very rich.
You don't have your farm. They pay you. So it means that you are not the one who is owning the land. The farm is not yours. You are just a cashew worker.
And if you think you have any problem, then we have Kenya come in our country. Visit our country and see the kind of problem that we are passing through.
You know, right now even we believe that our president
they pay poorly.
You know, in Kenya,
you are rich. You know you are paid in dollars.
Listen, you believe. Let's talk about marijuana itself and how we consume it here in Kenya. You know, it is very funny of how we consume marijuana. And if you find somebody who is drinking alcohol, most of the time that person does not consume marijuana. That's why you see the president, our president today does not use alcohol.
Yeah, neither does he smoke.
But we believe he uses marijuana because the things he is doing, it is not for a sober person. That must be somebody using marijuana. So everybody in Kenya right now is using marijuana. Marijuana is being used everywhere. The problem is that we cannot identify the sources. We don't know the sources, but we know the consumers. Us here, ourselves here, we consume marijuana. Mokorino here is a consumer of marijuana.
And I think you can see the products of someone who smoke and marijuana. I think if you can check it,
this guy here knows how marijuana is being rolled and then smoked, because he is fond of seeing people doing so. But we don't know where they farm it in Kenya. You can imagine some people farm it on top of roofs of their houses. Some
under the bed.
yes, and you can wonder how it grows.
But I'm saying you are saying you have $1. Oh, if you have $1 right now, kindly set that $1 to us. We really need money. This live session, we pay everything in our country. We have paid for this mobile phone. We have paid for power. We have paid for rights. We have paid. We have paid. I'm also paying for my guests. So if you have $1, kindly set that $1 to us. We will have good use of that $1. And at the end of the day, if you set that $1, I will take the pictures of the product that we bought and I will send the pictures direct to you. So if you have $1, send that $1 to me. Marijuana was not a topic of today, by the way. It was a passerby. We never intended to talk about marijuana. I don't know where this topic came from. In fact, there was a DCI who came here. He pretended that he would buy our product, but he never bought. He moved around here and there. Of course, he had our conversation, and after he noticed that we are not doing any business here of marijuana, he went away. So talking about marijuana is not good because you want us to be arrested. Talking about marijuana is, I think it's okay. In our country, if you are talking about marijuana, you must be telling people not to smoke marijuana. Any other conversation about marijuana in our country is not it's not legalized. It is legal to tell people to smoke marijuana. You don't have a way to sell me money, but I also have a way of how I can tell you to send that money. I have a way. I know you don't have a way, but I think I have a way. You can use Western Union. You can use Western Union, and that $1 will get to me directly in my bank account. So set that $1. If you have $1, set that $1 to me, my friend. And kindly subscribe. I know we are having a conversation where everyone here has already subscribed to my channel. I really need subscribers. YouTube have not paid me. I don't know the reason as to why I have not been paid by YouTube, but I come live here every day. I've made comedy. You can check at this channel. I have several comedies. I have several scripts that I've written and I've produced, and the scripts are here, so you can check it. Kindly help me to get the next milestone. I really need to just have 1,000 subscribers and watch hour of 4,000 hours. So if you've not subscribed, kindly make an effort to subscribe. Support this young person because I'm unemployed. I have nothing to do in my country. This business is not mine. I'm Mkaradisi. And you know, in our country, when you talk about Mkaradisi, you're talking about broker. So I'm a broker in someone's shop here. And you know, the problem with broking or being a Mkaradisi is that if you cannot sell anything, then you'll go and sleep hungry. So guys, if you can subscribe to me, I know I'll sleep hungry for today, but I will not sleep hungry tomorrow because you've already subscribed to this channel. So do that honor of subscribing.